Hi guys, we're back again. Now we're going to talk about pop-ups. This particular one I got here is the Emblem, which is our new one for 2010. I'm not going to go into too much depth about it, but what I will say about our pop-ups is that they are made from exactly the same as the base mixes. And as you can see this one here, this is an example of the Emblem. What we've got with our particular pop-ups is a highly buoyant product that goes into it, which is edible. Now, we've done various tests with these over the years, and I'm confident in saying myself, and I've fished them, these will stay buoyant with a hook and rig for over 24 hours, which is more than you can ask from any pop-up, I think. And I think the other thing as well, that I know a lot of carp anglers are into tying their own pop-ups on with floss, etc. But I'm a bit of a lazy carp angler, to be honest with you, and when I do use them, I just literally put a hair rig straight through them and they're as good as they can go. So yeah, they're a great product and very easy to use. Get on them. I think a second one we should go on to is our fluoro pop-ups. Before I drop the cap, this is something that took myself and Simon a long time to produce. It was actually 3 years in the making, believe it or not. Trying to get the mix and the colours of these products was extremely difficult, but after a little bit of tinkering and going out on the bank and looking at different reflective colours in the water, we're pretty confident we found a great series of fluoro pop-ups here. This one I've got here is the strawberry and condensed milk, an all-time classic really combo for us. We've been testing that one for probably 10 years plus, so it's certainly done the rounds in carp fishing. If you go onto our website, which is www.dtbait.co.uk, you'll see the full range of Fluorotec pop-ups. Once again, the same as our other pop-ups, incredibly buoyant, will stay up for over 24 hours and can be pierced onto a hair rig or tied on if that's what you're into. Available in 15mm, and they do the business. I think one other thing that's worth mentioning with our pop-ups, and a big thing, the rods, we have a big thing with at DT is that I know the rage these days is all about corkball pop-ups, which catch a hell of a lot of carp. But one thing that I can never get my head around is the fact that you're out there and you're fishing, and all of a sudden Mr. Coot or Mr. Tufty comes along, and what does he do? Takes a good dive and you get a couple of bleeps on your buzzers. Well, that for me is enough to wind in, but the fish are on you at the same time. What do? Complete nightmare. We've generally found though that with our pop-ups, they're a fairly hard bait and they will stay on the hair despite what's out there, and we've had coots diving us countless times and the baits have been wound in with scrape marks on as they do, but they've stayed out there for the duration. And I can even think of a few sessions when I've been fishing and that I've had that problem from the coots, and then half hour later the rod's rattled off and there's a great fish on the bank. So that's one thing worth mentioning. I think the last and final thing we should talk about is that we do a pop-up for every range of bait that we do at DT. This one, for example, is the fish and blood mix with fresh orange. We've also got one for the Emblem. We've got one for the cold water mix here, which is the chocolate and condensed milk. We also do the green beast and cold water as well, and we also do various other fluoros as well in the range.